I built my friend a Lego set for his birthday. He's a big Star Wars fan, so I made him a MIDI-scale Republic gunship, with the box and digital instructions to go with it. It's super easy, and I'll show you exactly how you can do something like this. Welcome to Rando Builds, let's get into it. First, you need the Lego set itself. In this video, you'll see a lot of pieces in the wrong color or part type, because I was just using what I have to get the idea across. The version that I gifted has all the right colors, of course. I started off with the base and built it up on the back and front using some inverted slopes and snot pieces, which will be used to attach different panels and details together. In the middle, I also included a fun detail with some brick-built clones and Yoda to mimic what Lego does on their own line of MIDI-scale sets. The top is where things get a little bit more interesting, using a lot of sideways building and different types of snot pieces, and it fits in pretty snug. I added some sub-assemblies to the top to outline the colors and a bit more of the shaping with these slopes that will keep the wings in place. Moving closer to the front, I designed this somewhat tricky sub-assembly using brackets in various directions, as well as the stud with bar pieces to get these half-plate offsets. I'm really happy with how this shaping turned out, especially with the wedge piece at the end that fits perfectly once you add the sub-assembly to the main model. Now let's get some panels created. These are pretty simple using wedge plates and tiles. Again, I'm using some incorrect colors due to some part limitations. I left some clips to add the turret and gunner seats for later. The doors are some of my favorite part of the model. They're a little bit finicky, but they actually open and close. I'm happy with how little gapping there is as well, and the overall shape is maintained even with this play feature. I actually forgot to add some panels, so let's finish that off. Finally, let's add the wings. These are very simple, using really just a large plate and some details on it. Some of the reference images I looked at have more angled wings, whereas others are a little bit more square. I've opted to go for the square look for simplicity. Once we add the stem, let's get them on. Finally, I added the turrets to the model to complete the look. And that's my build of the Star Wars Republic gunship in MIDI scale. I think it looks really good, and I think all the pertinent details are conveyed. But we're not done here. I've still got the box and instructions to make. The first thing I did was recreate the set digitally using Bricklink Studio. I prefer to build using the physical pieces, but Studio allows me to use any pieces I want in whatever color I want as well. Fun fact, anything I've shown on this channel, I've recreated digitally. This is so I remember how to rebuild it for the video and to make instructions if needed. I know some people have asked for instructions before actually, mostly for their LEGO Racers videos, so this is kind of a roadmap item for Rando Builds. After I've rebuilt it, I used the instructions feature in Studio to create the instructions. It's pretty simple, but definitely has a learning curve to it, and I'm definitely still trying to improve. After they're done, I do a test build to see if everything makes sense. If you make instructions, make sure to look over it multiple times. You're definitely going to notice some mistakes the first couple times, and I've had to make many changes to it. It gives me a greater appreciation for how well designed a real LEGO model is. Lastly, I exported the instructions as a PDF. You could potentially print these, but to save money, I'll just be giving the PDF to my friend. Speaking of money, I did purchase most of the bricks from Lego.com. This can be rather pricey, but you can also use Bricklink or grab from your own collection if you have the pieces available. The final touch is to package this all up. What I did was design a box in Photoshop. I got this printed at Staples for pretty cheap and just folded it and glued it myself. I exported a couple pictures of the model using Studio's render feature, then added them to the file along with the backdrop and some effects. I also added the piece count, a fake model number, and the Rando Builds branding to add some realism. I also made a card for my friend, but I'm not going to show it. I did add a QR code though, so they can access the instructions online. Since this is technically on my personal website, I'm not going to link it in the description. However, this is a separate page that I designed and maybe a little sneak peek of what's to come for Rando Builds in the future. Now I just need to toss everything in and it's ready to go. You can see when you open it, you get the bag full of pieces, plus the card, or in this case, just the QR code. I hope you enjoyed my build of the Star Wars Republic gunship. This was a super fun project and I love making things like this for other people because it feels personal and thoughtful. I had this idea many months in advance, so I'd been slowly chipping away at this gift since then, and I think all the elements worked out really well. If you enjoyed this video, remember to check out some of my other videos, like my build of the Veld Music Festival logo, or Starscream Brickheads. I'm also on Instagram at Rando Builds, so go follow me over there, link in the description. Thanks for watching, remember to like and subscribe for more Rando Builds.